welcome back to my story. So I am currently on the road heading south in Indiana right now. I'm trying to find a few abandoned places that I have marked on the map from previous research that I've done, and I've also located a few more really awesome old graveyards. But at this moment, it's pretty much just up to my battery life as well as my memory cards on how much I can get in. And I also have the iPhone fully charged, so if I have to switch over to that and use that, then that is exactly what we will do. All right, so I just now got off the highway and I'm traveling down this small back road. Not too bad, it's fully paved, so that makes it really nice. But I think I might be coming upon an abandoned school. I'm not 100% sure what it is, and I don't even 100% know if it's abandoned. So I'm assuming that I have a really, really good chance of it being abandoned and a good chance of it being a school, which that place right there looked abandoned. However, it was not abandoned. But quite an amazing area. I'm seeing all kinds of signs of abandonment, different pieces of farm equipment and old barns. Looks like a great area. But again, I'm not quite sure exactly what I'm running into, so whatever it is should be right around this corner. I even thought I saw an abandoned house somewhere. Definitely one of those places you could be fooled really easily. It has definitely shown some wear and tear over these years. Well, I'm not quite sure on that. Everything seems to be in use at this point, so I'm gonna move on to the next location. I'm gonna try and come back and verify a little bit later. Very heavy traffic, and I'm really, again, not sure about the status of the property. For right now, going to head southeast for the moment, towards Ohio. I'm not going to hit the Ohio border, but I've got a few really awesome locations that are sure things down there, and so I want to make sure to get the best and most secure locations first, and then try and get the more iffy locations after I do that. That way I don't accidentally drive around all day and end up accomplishing absolutely nothing. Off onto this little gravel road. Really annoying road to drive on. It's one of the roads that's so thick of a layer of gravel that my tires instantly start to slide from side to side if I'm going too fast, which is about 30 miles per hour. But I should be getting close to my next location. All right, I've officially arrived at this, what looks like an incredible location. Smack dab in the middle of this forest area here. Looks incredibly creepy. Lots of really tall, very old trees. I think it's white oaks, which I think is a little bit endangered in this area due to some either insects or something that kills them out. All right, just ending up at the first location. Looked really incredible, a very historic place. Again, a fairly unique one. It's got a new fence here, but again, like a lot of the places, it kind of ends up singling out some of the graves, but I will say they did a very amazing job here. Gotta go ahead and change this battery out real quick. And then I'm gonna hook it up to the charger in the car here. And my friend's coming back. There's a gentleman on a four-wheeler riding around, looking at me suspiciously. How you doing? Just out taking some photos.
Oh, you know anybody that owns these farm ground around here or not?
No. Oops, I accidentally stopped recording, but that was the gentleman down there. Very nice. He actually was just looking for the property owners. I don't know exactly why. Incredibly nice though, so that wasn't bad at all. Wanted to just open up that back door real quick so I could actually get a shot of him as he drove away. All right, we are good to go. I kind of thought there for a minute he was actually coming here to interrogate me. He looked kind of angry when he first came up, and then he promptly left as soon as I said I didn't really know anybody. Not very talkative, but didn't seem mean at all. I don't know what he was looking for. Also kind of looked like he might have been looking for permission to hunt. I did notice that he had a gun rack on the front of his four-wheeler. However, he didn't have any guns in it, but I recognized it right away as soon as I saw it. So he might have been out here asking for permission to go on the land and hunt. But it does seem a little strange because he asked if I knew anybody out here that owned the adjacent property. And then when I said no, like I said, he left. However, as you can see, there's so many houses out here and they're so easy to get to, including the one I just passed, that I'm not incredibly sure why he would have needed any help unless he was just too afraid to go up and knock on someone's door. But I can even see somebody's dog is out up here, which means that they're definitely home. This is gonna be a situation. I really hate it when people let their dogs roam free like this because they end up coming right up on your car. As you can see is going to happen right now. Holy crap. There's a 55-mile-per-hour speed limit on this road. There is no way. Like he's a mailman. I can see some flashing lights, but they're the orange flashing lights. guessing originally it would have been a lot smaller and then was added onto recently, because a lot of that brickwork looks brand new. But definitely was the wrong road, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn up here and get to the right road. Alright, back to the correct road. Kinda glad I caught my error then. What a neat area. I wouldn't have wanted to miss it. And it looks like I'm almost to the location now. I had everything marked on the map. I think this might be another graveyard location, but if it is, it's a very, very special one. If I'm looking at the right place, it's kind of hard when I'm on the road and using the iPhone, only because of the way that the mobile app saves my locations. It makes it really hard to tell what I'm looking at on the road, and really easy to tell what I'm looking at when I'm at home. I just arrived and I think I might have found something else. I see an abandoned structure. But at any rate, it is the graveyard location, a very, very large one. But the special thing about this place is it's specifically an Oddfellows graveyard. And it looks like it may no longer be controlled by the actual Oddfellow organization. However, it is listed as an Oddfellows cemetery that is run, well, again, like I said, it may have been founded by them and built by them. They were kind of an interesting fraternal order, and they did a lot of service for the poor. And so even though it's an Oddfellows graveyard, it may not just be for Oddfellows members. It may be for anybody that they knew that could not afford their own burial. And it looks like they have lots of tiny little mausoleums or vaults, and should be a really, really cool place. But I will let you know how this place goes here in just a few seconds on your end, and maybe a few hours on my end. This place is massive. I don't know how many of the graves are historic, but I'm gonna try and get to as many of the historical graves as possible, and then maybe cut over and check out what appears to be potentially an abandoned church, or it may actually even be an abandoned mill. It looks like it's right on the edge of this river here, which I believe is the same river system that I was just filming at, but quite a few miles down the road. And unfortunately, I always have to unplug this inverter whenever I get out of the car, because I'm pretty sure if I just left it going for hours on end, it would just kill my battery completely. It draws so much power. We're gonna go ahead and walk over this way towards this grave here and check it out, since it looks like it's a veteran's grave, and see exactly what our visitors do here. This is actually meant to be viewed from the other side. Looks like it probably would have been a World War I or World War II vet. Here are our, oh, they might even be here just to visit their own family members, so I'm gonna cut the camera off. A little confused. As soon as I got near them, they pulled over at a grave site, and it appeared that they were leaving flowers for their relatives, but then as soon as I shut the door, they just took off. So I'm assuming that it really was their relatives, but I'm pretty sure that they were also checking on me, because they drove right by the place as if they had not intended to actually stop in and look at anything. But then as soon as they saw me walking around, they did a complete U-turn. But I understand it's not a big deal. However, and just an odd amount of people that came to check on me at this location. But unfortunately for the moment, I'm gonna have to head back. I'm really not happy about it. However, these Canon batteries, at least for the G7X, just don't last at all. Like, the last few times especially, I've just been extremely disappointed with the life of the batteries. So I think one of the next purchases is gonna have to be a few more batteries, because I always go out with intentions of getting way more locations than I'm able to actually get. And sorry, I had to make sure I had my flashlight still. I was doing quite a bit of climbing, and so I thought that it might have came loose, especially because the ground that I was climbing on is extremely slippery. I wanted to see if I could get one last shot of these people, and I wanted to especially have my camera ready to go if this blue truck came back by. Lots of amazing finds here today. How incredible is that? A turkey vulture. And that was the people taking a look at me. This is a reservoir right here. I don't know why it says no trespass. It must be one of the ones that you're not actually allowed to go in and fish in. But I'm not really sure if I'm gonna head back to the abandoned school today. These batteries are gonna take forever to charge, even in this car charger. And even if I were to charge it here for the next half an hour, it would honestly probably only give me about 5 minutes worth of battery life, which again is another thing that I really can't stand about the Canon batteries and the charger system that they use, because it takes almost 2.5 hours to charge each battery, and then really I get about max of 45 minutes worth of filming out of each one. And I think really what needs to happen is I should switch over to the G7X for vlogging only, and then pick up a nice DSLR, because those batteries last a lot longer, and a lot of the DSLRs can handle 2 batteries, or can have an attachable hand grip which has an additional battery inside of it, which would make it so much easier and allow me to film all day long without stopping at all. If I happen to find any cool outdoor locations though, like another graveyard or something that's really well lit, that the iPhone won't destroy, then I'll definitely go ahead and film that. But all the filming turned out really well. Found quite a few Masonic graves there, as well as Oddfellows graves, and a few other interesting things there too. I have no idea where I am. There's this apparently impromptu junkyard in the middle of nowhere. I don't know exactly what type of business it is. Maybe it's like a scrapper or something. They have so much junk, they've used the junk to create the walls. Fortunately, it doesn't look like any classic cars there, otherwise I'd stop and maybe ask if I could walk around and film a little bit there. Zoom in on this right now, but they are backing all the way up to the main road. They start following me, I'm gonna mad. This is gonna be interesting. Oh yeah, they definitely turned my way. I don't know if it happens, then I guess we'll just stop them and see exactly what in the world they want, because I'm actually interested at this point. That cool little dome, I don't know if that's a home or if it's just for storage. I know you can make them into houses, but I would love to live in something like that. Right into the downtown area of Markle, Indiana right now. Yeah, I don't know how much time I have on this battery, but my storage now is full on my cell phone, so I guess that is officially it until I get back and can get rid of some of these files here. So I will see you all back at the command center because I can no longer film anything else on this trip today. Alright everybody, I am officially back and I figured out the storage issue. Got a lot of my older videos off there. I was very impressed just how many videos this iPhone can store though. But thank you all for watching this most recent episode of my story, and I will see all of you guys tomorrow.